cannot learn from books. Replace these pages with life lessons.
Okay, the book we're going to look at today is a book I haven't really spent a whole lot of time in this book, and it's called Patterns for Jazz. But, you know, I got it and looked around at it and stuff, and I found a few things that, well, there's a lot of stuff in here. But what he does is he'll take a phrase, just a little 2-bar phrase, and say, okay, now play it all around the cycle, you know, basically. So, you know, it's not like a million patterns in this book, but there are some real hidden gems. And I want to share with you in the PDF there when he talks about polychords, because I think that's a very interesting subject. If we take a look, polychords basically are 2 chords played at the same time, if you will. Now, in an arpeggio sense, it's 2 chords stacked upon each other, 2 arpeggios. And in this particular example, he's going over here and talking about C7 and G7 flat 5, or G7. Or if we just take a look at that and think, oh, well, that's the tritone sub, right? Yeah, okay. So you get this weird chord, and it would kind of sound like this, actually. Here's a C chord. You know, I don't have the G, but then if I have the F, you know, an F sharp here, I get this sound. And so that particular sound is a cool sound. Now, in his examples here, is he's playing triads. Now, if we first played like a C triad and then an F sharp triad, I know that's a theme song somewhere. Jetsons or something to start. But now that's one thing, to play root of C and F sharp, root. But you're over with that thing real quick. Now what he's showing you here is, I think, something that's really cool. In other words, he's playing a root position chord here, but here he's starting on the 3rd. He's playing on starting the F sharp on the closest note to that C, which would be a C sharp. Then he's playing the 2nd inversion of this triad, and then the closest note to E would be F sharp. Then he's playing the next inversion, the 2nd inversion of C, starting on the 5th, and then playing the next closest one. So when you do that, you get a lot more mileage out of it. So it sounds like this. Now he's playing triplets. And so it's and then this chord would resolve, wouldn't it, to some kind of F chord, right? Now, if we continue that, so I started here. We went, and now I'm gonna play the C here now, and then my F sharp. to go back to C, F sharp, C, F sharp, C, F sharp. Now I've got that. Now, I'm playing it in my mind as not triplets, but as straight eights. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and, so it's a 3-note thing, but played as 8 notes. Otherwise, it would be. Oh, crap. I like it better sounding like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3. Da, do, do, da, do. Now, back to the music here. We're going now playing this descending, but still playing arpeggios from the root up. Dig. And then we're. Let's look at exercise here, number 181. So on this one, we're just playing the arpeggios backwards. Oh, sorry. That's a pretty sound, isn't it? And again, playing them, yeah. .182 here is the very first one I showed you, where we're just playing everything as root position. And then playing it backwards. So that particular idea of playing those two polychords, if you will, playing those two chords is a very, very powerful sound. And obviously you don't always have to like drill it into the ground, you know what I mean? Like playing this whole thing. But in your soloing, it kind of sounds pretty cool. You can create little licks right off of that. So experiment with that. Now, again, take a look at this book. It might be something that you might really be interested in. We'll explore some other things in the book later on. But I like that book. It's a, but like I said, they'll give you a little phrase, a little 2-bar phrase. They'll say, okay, now transpose it all of, so. Yeah. Anyway.
You cannot learn from books. Replace these pages with life lessons.